Complete Test 2, Listening Comprehension. In this section of the test, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts to this section, with special directions for each part. Answer all the questions on the basis of what is stated or implied by the speakers you hear. Do not take notes or write in your test book at any time. Do not turn the pages until you are told to do so. Part A. Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between 2 people. After each conversation, you will hear a question about the conversation. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Here is an example. On the recording, you will hear, "That exam was just awful."
Oh, it could have been worse.
What does the woman mean? In your test book, you will read, A. The exam was really awful. B. It was the worst exam she had ever seen. C. It couldn't have been more difficult. D. It wasn't that hard. You learn from the conversation that the man thought the exam was very difficult, and that the woman disagreed with the man. The best answer to the question, "What does the woman mean?" is D. It wasn't that hard. Therefore, the correct choice is D. Go on to the next page. Number 1.
I need to see the math professor.
Let's go to her office now.
What does the woman suggest? Number 2.
Will you be at the meeting by 4 o'clock?
No, I'll be there a bit later.
What does the man mean? Number 3.
Did you get the material very quickly?
No, the material didn't come at all quickly.
What does the woman say about the material? Number 4.
It was really hard to find a place to park this morning.
You can say that again.
What does the woman mean? Number 5.
You picked up your exam already?
Yes, the professor put the graded exams in the office. You can get yours there.
What does the man mean? Number 6.
Where are you going now? Are you heading to the library to study?
Well, my necklace broke, and I want to get it fixed first. Then I'll start studying.
Who is the woman most likely going to see now? Number 7.
Sorry, I can't play tennis this afternoon. I need to do some shopping then.
Why not go shopping now, and then we can play tennis later?
What does the woman suggest? Number 8.
Have you been to the new restaurant down the street?
Yes, I have. The food there is quite tasty.
What does the woman say about the food? Number 9.
Is the paper due this Friday?
No, the due date was changed by the professor.
What does the man mean? Number 10.
I think we'll be able to finish all these problems before class.
Me too.
What does the woman mean? Number 11.
Do you want to meet at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Not that early, please.
What does the woman mean? Number 12.
What did the doctor say?
He told me to take some medicine and get some rest. I'm going to get this prescription filled now.
Where is the man most likely going? Number 13.
Could you see what the professor wrote on the board at the end of the lecture?
No, I couldn't. The writing was too tiny.
What does the woman mean? Number 14.
Is your answer correct? I have a different answer to this problem.
I'm not quite sure of my answer.
What does the man mean? Number 15.
What should we do about the assignment? I just don't understand it.
Let's ask someone else for help.
What does the woman suggest? Number 16.
I think that article on the front page of the school paper was so unfair.
So do I.
What does the man mean? Number 17.
My car is having problems. Can you recommend a place where I can get it fixed?
You should see Mark at the service station on the corner. He's really good at fixing cars.
Who is Mark most likely to be? Go on to the next page. Number 18.
Where are you going this evening?
I'll be at the business club meeting. The club president invited me to give a speech at the meeting.
What happened to the woman? Number 19.
Did you like the apartment you saw yesterday?
Not really. I don't want to be so far from campus.
What does the woman mean? Number 20.
Do you want to drive to the game?
Why not walk instead? It's not very far.
What does the man suggest? Number 21.
It was really cold in the classroom today.
It was, wasn't it? Did you see that the window wasn't shut completely?
What does the man mean? Number 22.
You didn't get an A on your paper?
No, I didn't. I made one very large error.
What does the man mean? Number 23.
Did you read the fax from the office yet?
I saw that the fax arrived, but I haven't had time to look at it yet.
What does the man mean? Number 24.
Where are you heading now?
I need to get reservations for my flight home.
Where is the man most likely going? Number 25.
What did you think of the presentation we just saw?
There were lots of good ideas, but they weren't very organized.
What does the woman mean? Number 26.
I could hardly pay attention to the lecture this morning. It was so boring.
I'll say.
What does the man mean? Number 27.
You're going on a cruise? How lucky. How long is the cruise?
It's a 7-day cruise.
What is the man going to do? Number 28.
Do you want to go and get something to drink?
Let's get something hot. It's so cold, and maybe a hot drink will warm us up.
What does the woman suggest? Number 29.
How was your French class?
Not very good. I was called on 3 times, and I didn't know any of the answers to the questions.
What happened to the man? Number 30.
Should we get tickets at the front or the back of the auditorium?
As close to the front as possible. I like to watch the dancers' movements up close.
Where are the man and woman most likely going? This is the end of Part A. Go on to the next page. Now read and listen to the directions for Part B. Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation between two students. The conversation is about an exam.
Are you ready for the exam tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I thought the exam was next week.
No, it's tomorrow. The teacher said today that the exam was on Wednesday, and that's tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, and the exam is tomorrow, on Wednesday.
Yes, but when she said Wednesday, I thought she meant Wednesday of next week, not tomorrow. Are you sure it's tomorrow?
Absolutely. The syllabus even lists the dates of the exams, and the syllabus lists an exam on the 13th. That's tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Have I got a problem? The exam is tomorrow, and I haven't begun preparing for it yet.
Then you'd better get started as soon as you can.
No kidding. I'll go and get started studying now and keep on studying as late as I can.
I hope you'll be able to cover all the material. There certainly is an awful lot of it on the exam.
I know there is. I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Number 31. What problem does the woman have? Number 32. On what day is the exam being given? Number 33. What is today's date? Number 34. What is the woman most likely going to do? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation between two students. The conversation is about the school dormitories.
Are you living in one of the school dormitories, or are you living off campus?
Me? I'm living in one of the school dorms. I think it's easier to live in the dorm than to live off campus in an apartment or house while I'm in school.
Me too. I live in one of the dorms too. I live in Baker Hall.
In Baker Hall? Isn't that one of the newer dorms?
Yes, it is. I prefer living in one of the newer dorms. Everything is more up to date.
I don't live in one of the newer dorms. I'm staying in one of the older dorms.
You like the older dorms? You think they're better than the newer dorms?
What I like about the older dorms is that they're much closer to the center of campus. The newer dorms are on campus, but they're farther away from the center of campus. I like being so close to the center of campus. That's why I'm in one of the older dorms.
Well, it would be nice to be a little closer to the center of campus, but I prefer the newer dorms, even though they're farther away from the center of campus than the older dorms.
Number 35. Where is the man living? Number 36. Where is the woman living? Number 37. Why does the man prefer his dorm? Number 38. Why does the woman prefer her dorm? This is the end of Part B. Go on to the next page. Now read and listen to the directions for Part C. Part C. Directions. In Part C of this section, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will hear some questions. The talks and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, you will read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Here is an example. On the recording, you will hear, "Listen to an instructor talk to his class about painting."
Artist Grant Wood was a guiding force in the school of painting known as American Regionalist, a style reflecting the distinctive characteristics of art from rural areas of the United States. Wood began drawing animals on the family farm at the age of 3, and when he was 38, one of his paintings received a remarkable amount of public notice and acclaim. This painting, called American Gothic, is a starkly simple depiction of a serious couple staring directly out at the viewer.
Now listen to a sample question. What style of painting is known as American Regionalist? In your test book, you will read A. Art from America's inner cities. B. Art from the central region of the United States. C. Art from various urban areas in the United States. D. Art from rural sections of America. The best answer to the question, what style of painting is known as American Regionalist, is D. Art from rural sections of America. Therefore, the correct choice is D. Now listen to another sample question. What is the name of Wood's most successful painting? In your test book, you will read A. American Regionalist. B. The Family Farm in Iowa. C. American Gothic. D. A Serious Couple. The best answer to the question, what is the name of Wood's most successful painting, is C. American Gothic. Therefore, the correct choice is C. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Go on to the next page. Questions 39 through 42. Listen to a lecture by a professor in a zoology course. The lecture is on the octopus.
In previous lectures, I've been talking about different invertebrates. Today, we'll be talking about another of the invertebrates, the octopus. If you remember from the last lecture, when we discussed vertebrates and invertebrates, we said that a vertebrate is an animal with a backbone, and an invertebrate is the opposite, an animal without a backbone. An octopus, the sea animal with 8 long tentacles, is, of course, an invertebrate, because it doesn't have a backbone. The interesting point that I'd like you to note about the octopus is related to its brain. You might be surprised to learn that an octopus actually has a rather large brain. In fact, it has one of the largest brains of all the invertebrates. A large part of the brain of an octopus deals with eyesight. The octopus has really excellent eyesight. The octopus is able to see quite well. It is because such a large part of its rather large brain deals with eyesight that the octopus is able to see so clearly.
Number 39. What was discussed in earlier lectures? Number 40. What is true about an octopus? Number 41. What is true about the brain of an octopus? Number 42. What is true about the ability of an octopus to see? Questions 43 through 46. Listen as an advisor talks to a group of new students. The talk is on meeting deadlines.
All of you will be starting your university studies next week. Before you start your studies, I'd like you to think about the importance of meeting deadlines. It's necessary for you to meet deadlines if you want to be successful students, and I can give you some ideas for how to meet deadlines. In your university studies, you'll have many deadlines. You'll often take 3, 4, or 5 courses at the same time, and each course will have deadlines. The most important first step in dealing with deadlines is for you to have a clear idea of when important deadlines are. To do this, you need to be organized. You should each get a large calendar. Then, take the class syllabus for each class and write the important deadlines for each class together on the one calendar. For example, you should write down the dates when assignments or papers are due, the dates of presentations, and the dates of exams. If you put all of the deadlines for all of your classes together on one calendar, then you can clearly see when you'll be very busy in the coming semester.
Number 43. What does the advisor say is important? Number 44. What does the advisor suggest? Number 45. What should most likely not be on the calendar? Number 46. Why should students create calendars? Questions 47 through 50. Listen to a talk by a professor in a literature course. In the talk, the professor is explaining an assignment.
Now I'm going to explain the next assignment for this course. The assignment is to study a poem and present the poem to the rest of the class. This is a group assignment. This means that you'll complete this assignment in groups of 3. I've already assigned each of you to a group, and I've already assigned a poem to each group. The names of the group members and the poems that have been assigned to each group are on the wall next to the door of the classroom. You should check the list before you leave class today. You should note who the other members of your group are and which poem your group will be studying. Tonight you should read your poem. Then tomorrow in class, you'll have the time to meet with your group members to discuss your poem and begin planning your presentations. The presentations will be on Friday. Each group presentation should be no longer than 10 minutes. 8 groups will be giving presentations on Friday, so we should easily be able to finish 8 presentations in the hour-and-a-half class on Friday. Is the assignment clear to you? Find out who's in your group and which poem you'll be studying as you leave class today. Read your poem tonight so that you'll be ready to discuss it tomorrow in class with your group. And then have your 10-minute group presentations ready for Friday. That's all for today. See you tomorrow.
Number 47. How will each student complete the assignment? Number 48. How have the groups been selected? Number 49. How many presentations will be given on Friday? Number 50. What will the students do tomorrow?